Hey guys, welcome back to our repair guys. In today's video guys, here we'll be working here on a Ford Edge first generation 2006 to 2013 guys. Even if you have the one with the facelift, the procedure will be the same for the 3.5 or 3.7 engine. We'll show you how to remove and replace ignition coils. Okay, now the front ones, you can see those three are super easy to remove and replace. However, the rear ones, you have to disassemble here the upper intake manifold. You need to remove the throttle body, all that stuff, so you can get to them. So that will be the tricky part. In the meantime guys, we'll have more than 200 videos on this car, so please guys subscribe to the channel for more videos. Hopefully we can save you quite a bit of money. That's our mission here at the shop, to provide free videos and teach you how to fix your car and save money. So let's start on it now. So what you need to do first guys, okay, right here you can see this is the MUF sensor that we'll need to disconnect so we can lift that thing up. There is one red thing on the bottom, okay, you need to slide it back, then press down here, okay, and disconnect the sensor. Now you can see this is the safety lock that we need to pull, otherwise it's not going to work. When it's locked, it's like going forward, so you need to push back, then press down, okay, right here. It's going to activate that clip and you pull it out. We need to remove the air filter box, okay, open it on this side, slide it towards the left, pull it up a little bit. After that, we need to get a screwdriver, okay, we need to get one hose clamp loose, okay, back there, this clamp right here, okay, we'll be using a flat screwdriver now. Flathead screwdriver. All the tools guys and parts that we use will be listed in the description of the video below for your convenience. So get it loose, make sure it's loose enough, otherwise you can damage your intake boot. Okay, and now we need to disconnect that hose right here. Check this thing out now, how you do that. Okay, you need to come on this side like that, okay, and pull it out, okay, like that. So this is guys the cover that came out of it. Now we need to proceed with the next step. Okay, so after that we forgot to mention there is one more hose right here. Just pull it out, this is for the booster, and you can go ahead and pull the whole thing out of there and we can proceed with the next step now. Now we'll remove the throttle body separate. You don't have to do that. I think you can remove the whole thing together. But if you want to see how we're going to do it, watch now, guys, because we'll actually be making a video how to replace throttle body as well. So let's start on it now. So we need to find a socket now, okay, that's going to fit the throttle body bolts. And you can see now right here, okay, we have one bolt here, 1, 2, then we have 3. Here 4 bolts that we need to remove with 8mm socket, and after that we need to see there is one bolt underneath, I believe, so we're going to check in just a second to see if we need to do anything there. So 8mm socket, remove these 4 bolts. Okay, perfect. Now okay, this is the bolt there. Second, third. We have a video how to clean throttle body as well, check it out. It can improve your fuel economy and get rid of engine light codes, and also improve the vehicle performance. Okay, now we need to pull it down. Okay, that connector here, you can see that safety pin, the red one, needs to come up like that, and after that you need to press down right here. Okay, and just pull it out. By pressing down there, okay, you can see you release the clip. Sometimes if it's stuck, you need to push the whole clip in, then press in, then pull it out. Okay, just like that. So now with the throttle body out of the way, you can see that bracket right there. This is with 8mm socket. This thing needs to go. Okay, perfect. this one is out. Now we need to get a plastic tool, clip removal tool. Okay, and we need to pull. Okay, you have two options. You can pull the hoses out, or you can go ahead and pull those holders here and just pull them to the side. We'll just leave ours like that. Okay, right here. Okay guys, that thing that you see here, that's mouse poop from what it looks like. Yep. So we'll be replacing that cover on the back as well. You can see the vehicle was on a farm, so probably mouse got in the engine compartment one time and they decided to poop on top of the engine. So now with the 8mm socket we have a few more bolts that we need to start disconnecting now. Okay, and those will be pretty tight. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, 5, 6 so far. So let's go ahead and get them loose. Every time you remove throttle body or intake, it's recommended to replace the gasket there. Okay, go ahead and remove the bolts. Perfect. Now, okay, grab the intake, upper intake manifold. Okay, and pull it out. Now we need to see that that hose needs to be disconnected right there. So this one you press in on the yellow part. Okay, and pull it out. Press in there on that yellow part. Okay, let me show you again. This thing, you need to just press in and pull the hose out. Okay, and let's see if we have anything else. There is one more hose there holding, but we can pull that thing out a little bit until we can reach it. This hose is for the vacuum. Okay, this one. Okay, right there. Okay, so let's see if we can get to it with the pliers so we can remove that clamp. Okay, now all we have to do, grab that hose, twist it off and pull it out. And this one will be stuck. Okay, really bad sometimes. Okay, I just disconnected it. I pulled it out. Now it's important not to drop anything in the intake, lower intake hose there, because it will go in the valves. Okay, so you have to be extremely careful. Now on the back side there is one more breather hose that we need to disconnect. Okay, you can see right there. You cannot reach those. This one actually, I think ours came out of the valve cover. We'll check in just a second and see how it attaches. So we know guys what to expect as well. Okay, right here we're supposed to have one more bolt and somebody didn't install it last time. Check this thing out. Okay, there is one more bolt here holding and ours was not installed. Okay, you can see that, okay, that metal bracket right there, that's where the bolt goes. So, whoever worked on it last time just totally forgot this bolt. So there is one more wire on the back side that we need to disconnect. Okay, this one right there. Okay, and the upper intake manifold came out. Let me show you, this is the wire now. Okay, you need to press down right here, pull it out. That's where the breather hose connects. Okay, right here. And also this is the bracket, okay, for the intake manifold. Now we're going to cover the hose here so we don't drop anything in them. So now you can see with the intake out of the way, we can actually get to the ignition coils, spark plugs, pretty easy. So stay with us and we'll show you now how to go ahead and remove the ignition coils. So now if you have a bad ignition coil on cylinder 1, 2 and 3, they will be on the back side and you can see they will be reachable now right there. So you can see that hose here, okay, that tooth. Just get it out of here like that and it will disconnect the hose, pull it out. Now we'll need to get 8mm socket okay, to remove the ignition coils. Okay, actually, this one's been replaced. One of the bolts, this bolt has been replaced. Somebody worked on it and they installed the wrong bolt. So it's supposed to be 8, but in our case one of them is probably a 7. So we'll check in a second and see. I'll grab the bolts, okay, so we don't lose them, because those are super easy to lose. Okay, yep, this is a 7mm there. Perfect. Now, how you disconnect them, you can see that red thing, guys, on every ignition coil you need to push back. Okay, this is the safety lock, then push down here and pull the wire out. Perfect. They do get stuck a little bit, so you need to wiggle them out of the way. Now we can go ahead and remove them. Those ignition coils are replaceable, even if you need to switch them from a different cylinder. It doesn't matter in which order you install them later. Perfect. This one, the seal came out, so we need to install it on the coil. Okay, great. Okay, now the rear ones, you will need to use a ratchet. We'll not be able to get our little impact there to save us a little bit of time. And pretty much we'll need to do the same thing. Okay, we'll need to get the bolts out. Perfect, and then we'll need to disconnect the wiring harness as well. So the same thing, just push the red thing out of the way, press down, and those things are super tight. Okay, one came out, one on the other side, so just one left here. Perfect. And remove the bolts. Careful not to drop them anywhere. It's important to cover your lower intake manifold, because otherwise you can drop something in the cylinders, in the valves. Okay, pull those out. Okay, just like that. Just one more to go. Okay, this guy is stuck a little bit there. I don't think they ever been removed, to be honest with you, from what it seems like, especially the rear ones. The front ones might have been removed, the rear ones not. Okay, out. So those are the new coils that we got now, guys, and we're going to install them in reverse order that we took them apart. Everything from that point on, it's pretty much in reverse way. So hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful to some of you. Check out the description for all the tools and parts, including the new coils, to see where we got them from. Hopefully it will be helpful link to you. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and see you guys next time.